Lily's big day. Kevin Henkes. Lily's big day. Kevin Henkes. One day, Lily's teacher, Mrs. Slinger, announced to the class that he was going to marry Mrs. Shotwell. The school nurse, Lily's heart leaped. She had always wanted to be a flower girl.
나도 플라워 걸 하고 싶다.
그래, 우리 현지도. It will be the biggest day of my life, said Mrs. Slinger.
라이프는 내 인생.
그렇지.
나 안 배웠는데 근데 엄마한테.
그러게.
어떻게 알았지 내가?
뭐 하다 보니까 알았나 봐, 그치? Mine too, whispered Lily. At home in her room, Lily practiced being a flower girl. First, she changed into something more appropriate, and then she held her head high and smiled brightly, and raised her eyebrows, and turned her head from side to side, and carried her hands proudly in front of her, and hummed, "Here comes the bride," and walked the length of her room very, very slowly.
엄마 내가 어떻게 되는지 알겠어.
맞아. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It will be the biggest day of my life, said Lily. Who are you pretending to be tonight? Asked Lily's mother at dinner. I'm not pretending, said Lily. I'm a flower girl. Who's getting married? Asked her father. Mr. Slinger, said Lily. Really? Said her mother. Really? Said her father. Really? Said Lily. He's going to marry Mrs. Shotwell. He told us today. And I'm going to be the flower girl. You are? Said her father. Didn't Mr. Slinger ask you? Said her mother. Not yet, said Lily. At bedtime, Lily's mother said, Lily, there are so many students in your class. Mr. Slinger couldn't possibly pick just one to be a flower girl. Her father said. 어디서? It wouldn't be fair.
엄마 자꾸 날
딸팔이 이거. 그러니까 잡았어. 됐어.
엄마
괜찮아. 빨면 돼. It wouldn't be fair. He probably has a niece, said her mother. niece는 조카.
알아.
알지? Maybe Aunt Mona will get married someday, said her father. Do you understand what we are trying to say? Asked her mother. Lily nodded. Are you sure? Asked her father. Lily nodded again. After her parents left her room, Lily said, I understand that I'm going to be a flower girl.
나는 영국에는 왜 이렇게 플라워 걸을 좋아해?
미국 플라워 걸 되면 어때? 되게 예쁘잖아.
나 드레스 입고
팬시 드레스 입고.
나 그런 드레스 입고 그러는 거 싫어해. 근데
플라워 걸 하고 싶다며.
플라워 걸 꽃 들고 가는
부케?
거.
부케 들고 가는 거? 그래.
드레스는 입기 싫어.
그래? 근데 플라워 걸 하려면 드레스 입어야 되는데?
왜?
왜냐면 그날 예식이잖아, 예식. 응? 어떤 격식을 차린 예식인데, 결혼식인데, 누구 결혼식인데 다 예쁘게 입고 화려하게 입었는데 현지 혼자 추리닝 입고 가면 그게 예의일까? 매너일까? 축하해주는 의미로 드레스 입는 거지, 다 예쁘게.
근데 엄마 반에 스커트 치마도 돼?
그러겠지, 예쁘게. 좀 더 이제 그 약간 드레스 분위기 나는 스커트를 입어야 되겠지, 대신에.
내 그런 거 말고.
그렇지. 그런 거 말고 좀 차려 입어야지. 남자 어른들이 양복 입듯이 여자들은 이제 드레스 입어서 그걸 예를 갖추는 거거든. The next day at school during showering time, Lily said, I've always wanted to be a flower girl, even more than a surgeon or a diva or a hairdresser. The following afternoon, when Mr. Springer had recess duty, Lily picked a handful of weeds at the edge of the playground. She carried the weeds proudly in front of her and walked very, very slowly past Mr. Springer until the bell rang. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And the morning after that, Lily went to the light bulb lab in the back of the classroom. She drew a self-portrait. 이거 봐봐. Me, Lily, the world's best and most famous flower girl. Smart, beautiful, better than the bride. Better than the bride? Number one.
Better bright보다 더 예쁘다는 뜻.
그러니까. This is the best drawing I've ever done in my entire complete life. Oh, Mr. Slinger called Lily up to his desk during quiet reading time. Lily, he said, I can tell that you want to be a flower girl, but unfortunately, my niece, Ginger, is going to be the flower girl at my wedding. Lily's heart sank. But, said Mr. Springer, I also want you to know that everyone in the class will be invited to the wedding.
어디 있어? 이거.
We can all dance together at the reception. It will be fun. Lily's stomach hurt. This seems really important to you, said Mr. Springer. Lily's cheeks turned pink. You know, said Mr. Springer, I was just thinking that you might like to be the Ginger's assistant. You could stand with her and keep her company until he has to work down the aisle. You could make sure her dress isn't crooked and that she holds her flowers properly. Lily considered this. You could remind her to walk slowly, said Mr. Springer. Lily considered some more. You could wear a corsage, said Mr. Springer. Oh, all right, said Lily, if you really need me so much. Oh, Lily tried to get excited about being Ginger's assistant. 뭐라서? Now don't forget to pay. 또 뭐야? You are not listening. 화가 났어. Weddings wouldn't even exist without flower girl assistants. She told her baby brother Julius. I have a
왜
special.
원래 영어 책인데 한글로 번역한 거야?
그렇지. 우리 집에 이거 한글책 있잖아. 이거 원래 이게 원작이야. 근데 이제 그거를 이게 재밌으니까 한글로 번역해서 우리나라 아이들도 읽을 수 있게 번역을 한 거지.
근데 나는 영어도 재밌는데?
오, 좋아. 정말 좋다. I have a special responsibility, she told her parents. When her Grammy took her shopping for a new dress for the wedding, Lily told the clerk, a flower girl assistant is very important and glamorous. Oh, she's adorable. And smart does. But when it really sank in that she would not be walking down the aisle carrying a bouquet with everyone watching, Lily pretended that her teddy bear was Mr. Slinger. She made him sit in the uncooperative chair. 이거 생각 그 볼반의 의자인가 보지, 그치? Uncooperative chair. You can just stay there forever, she said. As the wedding drew near, Mr. Slinger counted down the days on the chalkboard. One day closer to the biggest day of my life, he would say. One day closer to the biggest day of Ginger's life. 아니구나. One day closer to the biggest day of Ginger's life, Lily would whisper. And still at home in her room, Lily practiced. She had her head high and smiled brightly and raised her eyebrows and turned her head from side to side and carried her hand proudly in front of her. In front of her and hummed, "Here comes the bride," and walked the length of her room very, very slowly, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The day of the wedding finally arrived. Lily hoped and hoped that Ginger would have pink eye or a bad fever and not show up. But she was there, and she was all ready. Her dress was straight, and she had her flowers properly. Oh, this is my list. Are you sure you want to do this? Said Lily. Yes, said Ginger. Are you sure you're sure? Are you sure you're sure? Yes. Are you really sure you're sure? Lily hoped and hoped that Ginger would change her mind, but she didn't. It was time for the ceremony to begin. The music swelled. Everyone stood. The moment came for Ginger to walk down the aisle. Ginger didn't move. Mr. Slinger motioned her forward. Go, said Lily. Ginger was frozen. No, said Lily. Ginger was as still as a stone. You can do it, said Lily. But Ginger couldn't. Everyone waited and waited and waited. No one knew what to do except Lily. Lily scooped up Ginger and said, "Here we go." Then Lily walked very, very slowly down the aisle. He held her head high and smiled brightly and raised her eyebrows and turned her head from side to side and carried Ginger proudly in front of her. When she reached Mr. Slinger, everyone clapped.
아, 신부 플라워볼에 나오는 이 신부 브라이트 아니야? 이 사람?
브라이트? 슛 뭐라 그러던데? 브라이트가 누구야?
그 신부 플라워볼에 신화 같은 거, 신부 신랑 시중 같은 거 들은 들러리?
들러리? 아니 들러리 아니. 이 사람 들러리네. 맞네. 여기 들러리 있네. 응, 맞아. 그래, 맞아. 그 영어로 뭐였더라? 잊어먹었는데. 어쨌든 들러리. 여기는 브라이드 있고, 그치?
여기 이거
주례석이. 주례. 응. When she reached at Mr. Slinger, everyone clapped. Wow! I knew this would be the biggest day of my life, said Lily. Lily was so excited, she barely noticed the rest of the ceremony. The reception was great fun. After the cake was served, Lily coached Ginger for the next time she would be a flower girl. I won't be with you at every wedding, said Lily. I won't be able to save you every time. Together, they walked back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, very, very slowly. Soon, they were dancing. And soon after that, they were joined by Chester, Wilson, Victor, Julius, Mr. Slinger, Miss Shotwell, and many others. It's interpretive dance, said Mr. It's interpretive dance, said Mr. Slinger. We are doing the flower girl, said Lily. Lily's family stayed at the reception until Lily was perfectly exhausted. But there's something I have to do before we go, said Lily. She needed to find Ginger one last time. 다 피곤해 완전 Ginger. And when he did, she said, Ginger, when I get married, you can be my flower girl.
플라워 걸은 원래 조카가 하는 거 아닌가?
보통 조카가 하지 꼭 반드시 조카가 해야 되는 건 아니겠어. 조카가 없으면 어떡해.